Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to roughly calculate what your monthly mortgage would be on a home payment for 2024. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're going to break this down as simple as possible. I've watched a ton of videos on this to see if anybody really explains it, and they do. There's tons of videos that explain this in different ways. I seem to get lost in those videos in the math, so I just kind of came up with this way, and hopefully it makes more sense. So all of our symbols are going to mean M is equal to the monthly payment, P is going to be your principal or loan amount, R is going to be your monthly interest rate. Right now, the average annual interest rate is about 6.9%. So we'll be dividing that by 12, because there's 12 months a year, which gets this number right here. Next will be your number of payments. So you're going to have a 30-year. That'll be your loan term. Times 12 months in a year equals 360. So N will be 360 and R will be 0.00575. We're going to do it for a price amount of 300,000. Obviously, plug in your P and go from there. But let's get into that. So the equation we're going to be looking at is going to be your monthly payment equals your principal times 0.00575 times 1 plus 0.00575 to the power of 360 divided by 1 plus 0.00575 to the power of 360 minus 1. Here's what it looks like all written out. So you're going to do it in the parentheses first. 1 plus 0.00575 equals 1.00575 to the power of 360 equals 7 point long ass number, blah blah blah. And then we're going to multiply that by 0.00575, which equals 0.45298 is where we're going to end it. Right here will be our cutoff, which is this number right here. So when you do that top calculation, you end up with 0.045298. Okay. So for the bottom, we're going to do 1 plus 0.00575 equals the same thing to the power of 360, which equals that long one again, minus 1, which we rounded it to the 6th digit. And I know I didn't round it off, but it's a rough calculation. This isn't going to be exact, and your rate's not even going to be locked in until you get further on in the process. So it's just a rough idea of how much you'd be paying. So that'll be 6.877979. Then we're going to divide the two numbers. So 0.045298 divided by 6.877979 equals 0.00658. 0.00656. Apologize. And then that number is what you will take and do your 300,000 or whatever your purchase amount would be. And that'll equal a monthly payment of $1,975.80. I wanted to show you guys another neat thing. So for all of you guys negotiating, right? And you're deciding if the payment is worth it or not. So you can do this because this will be your interest rate or whatever, as long as you're doing a 30-year fixed and it's around the same timeline. But this calculates what you're paying interest, blah. And so you take, so if 300,000 times this is 1975.80, watch this. 310,000 times 0.006586. Look at that. It's less than $70 more. I say this because in negotiations, a lot of the time we'll kind of throw away deals over $10,000. And I understand it. If you talk about $10,000 like coming out of your bank account, it's a lot of money. But when you put it on the end of your mortgage, are you not willing to purchase the house for an extra $65 a month? Because that's the extra $10,000. And that extra $10,000 you can use for closing costs or things like that. It will help it. So if the competition is high and you can afford to do more and the home appraises for more, if it makes sense, do the extra $10,000. It's only adding about $65 a month to your payment, and you'll get the home. Everybody will be happy. So, little tip for you guys. Thanks for watching the end of the video. I hope this was helpful. If you need anything else, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next week.